For centuries, the Galactic Concord had met beneath the radiance of the core star, its members gathering in peace to debate, plan, and decide the fates of entire civilizations. From shimmering avian species to crystalline intelligences, each had a voice, a vote, a say in the destiny of the spiral arms, yet one world's chair remained forever empty. The name on the placard read simply Earth. At first, it was a curiosity. The Concord had extended invitations, data bursts encoded in every known frequency. The humans were aware of the Concord's existence. At least the messages had been acknowledged by automated systems on the SolNet. But never once did a representative appear. Then it became an irritation. Year after year, century after century, Earth's silence was perceived as arrogance. They think themselves above the galaxy, sneered a delegate from the Orin Collective, a primitive species that stumbled into FTL and hides from its betters. Others nodded. Humanity's refusal to engage was seen as a statement of superiority. But there was one voice that always warned the others to be patient, the elder of the Lothari. They are young, the Lothari elder would rasp. Yet I have studied their history. Patience and silence to them are not signs of fear, but preparation. Few listened. When the first rift crisis erupted on the galactic rim, the Concord requested aid from all member worlds. Earth was silent. During the War of Chains, when 3 empires fought to enslave the weaker races, Earth remained quiet. Even when the Council passed a resolution to send observers to Sol, the probe was politely refused by an automated defense grid. The message was brief, almost insultingly so. Humanity thanks you for your interest. We are not ready. And so the galaxy continued without them. Empires rose and fell, alliances shifted, and the Concord endured. Until the Great Eclipse. A rogue stellar mass entered the galactic core region, threatening the stability of hundreds of inhabited systems. Entire fleets were mobilized. The Concord begged for help from every world capable of warp intervention. Still, Earth said nothing. The other delegates mocked the forgotten world. The Terrans are ghosts, they laughed. Too proud to speak. Too cowardly to act. Then the eclipse struck. Worlds burned. Space folded upon itself. Even the mighty core fleets could not stop the cascade of stellar collapses spreading across the arm. The Concord's transmissions grew desperate. That was when the silence ended. A signal, sharp, clean, human, cut through every galactic channel. It bore no insignia, no preamble, no flourish. Only a calm voice that spoke with the weight of inevitability. This is Earth Command. Evacuate the core region immediately. The Sol Defense Network is engaging. Confusion rippled through the chambers of the Concord. Engage with what? Humanity had been silent for ages. Reports indicated their fleets were non-existent, their population isolated, their influence nil. Yet before anyone could respond, 1,000 signatures flared across the galactic sensor net. Ships. Massive ones. They appeared in synchronized bursts around the orbit of the core star, sleek, angular constructs of obsidian alloy, each emitting gravitational distortions that warped the light around them. The sensor readings defied calibration. Power output exceeded known metrics by orders of magnitude. The Concord fleet commanders panicked. Some thought Earth had come to conquer. Others believed the humans had lost their minds. But the truth was simpler. They had come to save. Each Terran vessel extended vast lattice fields into the collapsing star space, forming a stabilizing web that held the gravity storm in suspension. Energy surged like lightning across the network as the human ships poured their reactors dry to neutralize the singularity wave. Observers watched as the impossible unfolded, the galaxy's doom held at bay by ships from a world no one had seen in centuries. When it was over, the void grew quiet. The distortion faded. Stars that should have died still burned. The Concord fleets drifted in stunned silence. Across the communication net, the voice returned. The immediate threat is contained. You may resume your operations. Earth will remain in observation orbit until stability is confirmed. Delegates erupted. Every species demanded answers. How had humanity built such a fleet unseen? How had they created technology beyond galactic limits? Why had they refused every invitation? The next meeting was the largest in galactic history. Every member world attended. The chair of Earth, empty for a millennium, now bore a holographic insignia, a blue sphere with white clouds and oceans. When the human delegate appeared, no one spoke. He was ordinary, a simple figure in a dark uniform, his voice calm but his eyes like cold stars. "Representatives of the conquered," he said, "we regret our absence. Humanity does not act without cause. Our silence was not disdain, it was necessity," the delegates murmured. The Lothari elder leaned forward. "And what necessity, human, keeps a world silent for 1,000 years?" The human looked around the chamber. "Survival, preparation. You see, we remember our wars. You all evolved in peace under the conquered's watch. We did not. Every century for us was a struggle, against ourselves, against extinction, against the void. We learned that peace is earned, not given." He paused, letting the words echo. "When we first heard your messages, we were not ready. We watched. We listened. We learned from you. We studied your science, your diplomacy, your flaws. And we built. Built what?" demanded the Arin delegate. The human's gaze hardened. "A shield that can hold back annihilation. A fleet that can cross galaxies without refueling. A civilization that does not rely on others to save it." A murmur swept through the chamber. Some applauded. Others trembled. The elder Lothari spoke softly. "You built all this in isolation. Why now? Why reveal yourselves now?" The human's expression softened. "Because the eclipse would have destroyed you all. And despite our distance, you are our neighbors." For the first time in the history of the conquered, silence fell not from arrogance but awe. After the meeting, the delegates returned to their worlds to report the miracle of Earth. Yet whispers spread. Some feared the humans. Some envied them. Some plotted against them. Earth remained in orbit, its 1,000 warships like sentinels around the core star. They repaired the damage, rebalanced the stellar flows, and then, just as suddenly as they had appeared, they vanished. The Concord sent envoys, messages, requests for alliance. None were answered. Decades passed. Then a new crisis emerged. Pirate fleets from the Outer Veil began raiding core systems. Their technology was stolen from fallen empires, unstable, brutal, destructive. The Concord's defenses faltered. Planets burned once more. The Council called for aid. Earth was silent, until the pirates reached the Sol sector. Every sensor in the quadrant lit up. The pirates laughed as they entered the system, expecting an easy victory. What they found was a wall of fire. The human fleet appeared without warning, their weapons silent until the enemy crossed the final boundary. Then came light. It was not a battle. It was an erasure. Beams of pure containment energy vaporized ships before they could fire. Missiles disintegrated mid-flight. Every pirate vessel vanished within minutes. When the Concord fleets arrived, there was nothing left but quiet. A single message was broadcast to all channels. "This is Earth Command. The Sol system remains sovereign. We will assist when necessary. We do not seek rule." Those words became legend. Over the following centuries, humanity's myth grew. Stories spread of silent watchers, of ships that appeared from nowhere to end wars before they began. Some claimed the humans had transcended material space entirely. Others said they existed in hidden layers of sub-reality, observing everything but revealing nothing. The truth remained elusive until the day of the Fracture War. A coalition of ambitious empires rose against the conquered, declaring the old system obsolete. They unleashed weapons that consumed worlds, tore apart stars, and unmade matter itself. The conquered, desperate, called once again for every ally. But this time, even the Lothari feared there would be no savior. Then the stars dimmed. Every sensor across the galaxy detected gravitational anomalies forming in synchronized patterns. From each came the same signal. Earth Command, engaging. 1,000 warships emerged again, larger now, more refined, their hulls glowing with the light of miniature suns. They moved with silent precision, forming a formation across the galactic plane. When the coalition fired, the human ships simply absorbed the energy, converting it into counterforce. Then in perfect unison they returned fire, not destruction, containment. Every enemy weapon was neutralized. Every invading fleet immobilized. Humanity did not conquer. It ended the war by removing the possibility of violence. The conquered hailed the flagship. A single human appeared on screen, older now, calm as ever. "You've grown," the Lothari elder said through trembling breath. "And still you remain alone." The human smiled faintly. "We are never alone. We simply learn to listen before speaking." When the war ended, the conquered attempted once more to grant Earth a permanent council seat. Humanity declined. "We are guardians," said the human envoy, "not rulers. When the galaxy can protect itself, we will rest." Centuries later, the chair-marked Earth once again sat empty in the great chamber of the conquered. But this time it was not seen as defiance. It was a symbol, a reminder that silence can hold power and that patience can reshape destiny. New generations of species grew under the watchful peace the humans had secured. The Lothari Elder's words became a proverb among the stars.